hidden right back down there. All right, there's a main jet right up in here, which a small screwdriver should be able to take out. There it goes. And out comes two jets. So there's the one I was unscrewing right here, and that holds the main jet in above it. Now, this is an ultrasonic cleaner. You can get these in Harbor Freight, about 30 bucks or so, and theirs worked fine. This is an old medical one I bought off of eBay years ago. The magic formula is hot or warm water and dish soap. Done, cuts grease. And we're gonna crank that up, and usually you can see all the stuff that starts coming out of the carburetor. This is just a giant water vibrator, and that's gonna try to clear out all the stuff that's in the passages that we can't get to. So I'm just gonna leave that in there for probably 15 minutes or so. So while the carb's running in the sonic cleaner, I'm gonna clean out the jets here. So this is just a piece of tag wire. Welding tip cleaners work well. Whatever's gonna fit and clear out, make sure each one of these jets is completely clear. Those being plugged up are typically what causes it to run poorly. And after that one, also make sure the main jet, which goes through, there it is, through here, is also clean. Now this Champion is basically a knockoff of Honda on the engine. So any Honda or any Chinese small motor is going to have this same style of carburetor. They're all very similar. Most of these carbs you can usually find on eBay for dirt cheap. There's a few exceptions, but being that they're all already Honda knockoffs, I don't see any reason why buying knockoff carburetors is a bad thing. All right, we'll take this out. Shake off all the water. And should be a lot cleaner looking. Now, definitely worth mentioning, 10 years ago when I started doing this, my rebuild success rate on carburetors was probably 90%. Now, it's maybe 50. The fuels we have today, and the ethanol is so corrosive, it corrodes internal passages in here you just can't get to. And anymore, I have doubts every time I do one whether or not it will work. But, so the top jet has a longer portion right here. That's what's going to stick up out of the throat of the carburetor. So that's what'll go in first. This flat portion is what the jet's going to seat against. So we're just going to drop that in like so. Then you got your jet, and we'll put the side for the screwdriver out, and then we'll screw it in. Now, we'll be able to see up in there. You can just see in the middle, right where it's poking up. Right in there. All right, gasket came off, put that back on. Float with needle on it. Down in the seat. And then we're gonna grab pin. That's that. This goes on. Only thing you want to pick, it does have a drain, so if you want that in a specific direction, you want to point it whichever direction you want that drain, depending on how it sits on the machine. Then, last thing to do is to go bolt this on and see whether or not it works. Alright, carb's in. Then we need to put the linkage back on. If I can manage it one-handed. There, linkage and spring. Fuel line. And on the bottom of this little choke solenoid, that piece needs to sit right in there. Let's see if I can do this while holding the camera or not. Maybe not. All right, so I got that piece sitting right in there. Now we can push it on, and next is just bolting everything back together the way we found it. So these, if they have this little thing that sticks out, that's going to go across the throat of the carburetor, so that's always going to be on top. So if you hear the way that thing is surging, that's going to cause some problems. So basically the carb cleaned up good enough to run, but it surges. So on a generator, that's going to make a surge in the power it puts out, which if you have electronics that you're running on it, that's really bad. Something like my grinder, it's not going to make as much of a difference. So at this point, either I can run it like it is, it runs and surges, or slap on a new carb and make that go away.